What's going on, guys? Arekkz here, welcome back to another video for Lost Ark. Yes, that's right, it's time to talk about this game again because, quite frankly, I miss it. I played a load of it last year when, of course, the game went into open beta. I uploaded some gameplay to the channel, which you guys seem to really enjoy. Some of you wanted me to upload some more. And while in truth, I haven't had a chance to play the game too recently, I did want to essentially round up all the information we currently have on a potential Western release and bring you guys up to date on whether we will ever, and if we do, potentially when, we might see this game in the West. So if you do enjoy this, then a like would be super appreciated. If you have any questions, by all means drop them in the comments down below. And if you haven't entered our giveaway for the limited edition Super Smash Bros. Nintendo Switch, be sure to click that link in the description box down below. Now, let's go all the way back and start at the very beginning. The very first mention of this was, of course, last year in September. There was an interview with the CEO of Smilegate, and he said that he wanted to bring new games, including Lost Ark, to more quote-unquote developed countries like the US, Canada, and Europe. And the main reason behind this was because the Chinese game approval moratorium made the Chinese games market inaccessible. Now that has since been lifted, but again, it's just one of the reasons that he wanted to branch outside of China. Now, admittedly, there has been no official word on a Western release, so Smilegate haven't gone and said this is coming to the West, but there has still been a fair few hints, a fair few suggestions, and one of the more recent movements potentially indicates the direction the game may well be going. Now, Smilegate themselves, they recently announced that they're partnering with Mail.ru, which is a Russian internet company, to publish Lost Ark in Russia. Now, Mail.ru are actually offering beta signups on their website, and they also offer a guaranteed entry via a founders package that users can purchase. Now, the reason this is interesting is because Mail.ru have also said that their service will not be region locked, meaning that Western players could, in theory, sign up, buy a founders pack, and play the Russian closed beta once it launches. Now, yes, of course, if you don't understand Russian, that is of course still going to be a problem, but factor in that I played Lost Ark completely in Korean, and I don't understand a single bit of Korean, but the game is so intuitive and so easy to play through that you can quite easily play through at least the kind of early part of the game until you get to endgame and you actually need to start knowing what your gear does. You can play through the first part with basically no knowledge of the language whatsoever. So if that is something you wanted to do, that would technically speaking be possible. So that is interesting. But having said that, there is still no date for when the closed beta is going to be live, except for the fact that it will be at some point this year. Now, those are the facts. That is essentially the information as it's been presented and as it's happening. So that stuff there is definitely happening. However, following on from there are of course some rumors and some general kind of community thoughts. So many people, the first thing of course is a slight concern because a lot of people have criticized Mail.ru for having a very big sort of pay to win model when it comes to like these online games that they publish, for example Skyforge and Revelation Online, and that then is leading a lot of players to be worried that potentially the Western subsidiary of Mail.ru, which is My.com, could well be the one to publish it in the West, and if they do, again, they too have some rather, questionable pay-to-win practices. However, there are still some people out there that are remaining slightly more hopeful that maybe Smilegate will self-publish through their Western division, Smilegate West, in which case maybe it might be a little bit better. I will say my time playing through the Korean open beta so far, I didn't encounter that many microtransaction elements, especially early game. I didn't see any kind of need to do it whatsoever. So whether it's one of those things they kind of add more end game or whether it's one of those things that you kind of just don't need, but I personally didn't encounter any issues with that. I was able to kind of play through completely fine without ever being, having that forced in my face. So I will say from my time playing, I'm not too worried about it, but well, of course, only time will see. But also don't forget that at this stage, we still have no confirmation on, how this is happening just yet. So this is all purely community speculation and kind of, worries and whatnot. However, there is one thing worth mentioning, and a lot of players have noticed that generally speaking, when a game from the Eastern market releases in Russia, it has typically released in the Western markets somewhere around 6 to 12 months after. So if there is going to be a closed beta in Russia this year at some point, then there's a good chance we might see Lost Ark in the West in 2020. Now, yes, that is still a couple of years away. Yes, that is a while to wait, but quite honestly, it's such a good game, I will quite happily wait for it because, and that's kind of partly why I stopped playing for a little bit, because I'm kind of just sort of putting it on the back burner just in case we do get it, so that I can invest so much time into it because it is honestly a fantastic game. But yeah, that's basically where we're at right now. So as a kind of super quick summary, of course the CEO expressed interest in releasing the game in Western markets, and of course the update on that is that a Russian company is pushing out a closed beta, which is technically speaking open to any territory, and of course following on from that there is a chance that the Russian release may well follow with a Western release soon after. So fingers crossed for the time being, but that's all we've got for now. For those of you guys that wanted to sort of know whether it's possible, then that's where we stand. I will of course keep you guys back up to date if we ever hear anything more throughout the year, but for the time being, that's it. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to check out some more awesome stuff from us here at Arekkz Gaming, then you should definitely try to catch 269 and Paradise Central streaming 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. They play a wide range of games, and what's more, we also have the Endgame store. By watching their streams, you earn currency, and you can redeem that currency on the Endgame store for really cool prizes. Those can range from things like games, comics, and figures, all the way up to controllers, capture cards, and even consoles. So definitely drop by and become part of the community. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you're subscribed and be sure to click on that little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss our next upload. You can watch more videos by clicking on the options here. But once again, thanks very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.